Welcome to Physician Spotlights. I am your host, Dr. Matthew Bechtold. Physician Spotlights is a forum for outstanding physicians in the field of nutrition to discuss important topics and ideas. And with the help of ASPEN, we are bringing these videos to you. Our guest today is Dr. Jeffrey Mechanick. Dr. Mechanick is a professor of medicine at Mount Sinai. He has been a staple in the nutrition community for many years. He has served as past presidents for the American College of Endocrinology and the American Board of Physician Nutritional Specialists. Dr. Mechanick, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, my pleasure.
Dr. Mechanick, how did you get started in nutrition?
Well, it's actually it's a good question because I keep going back to it many times. I'm an endocrinologist and I started my endocrine fellowship at Mount Sinai. Without anticipating this, I came to learn that part of my first year as an endocrine fellow, there was going to be a module, maybe a 3-month block on nutrition where we would rotate with a dietitian and we would see patients for TPN and enteral nutrition management. This was brand new to me. I had a little bit of exposure during my medical residency at Baylor, but here I was actually managing nutrition support. Then I decided this was such a cool thing and something that could really enhance my ability to provide excellent endocrine care by providing this type of metabolic support, that on my own I went ahead and attended the Harvard course and also became a member at ASPEN. It was at ASPEN and at these meetings that I really did my best to attend as many meetings as possible, network with all the thought leaders, buy all of the books at the bookstore, and it was essentially a curriculum that I created myself. This spanned several years, and at the close, I really had developed this competency that enabled me to bring this information and this experience base back to the hospital and establish my own metabolic support service. And that was the springboard for a career.
Well, that's fantastic. Over your long career so far, what are your proudest accomplishments?
Well, we all have many accomplishments and many that compete for the most proud. There's family and personal success in all the different places that we work, whether it's clinical practice, education, or research. Clearly, the nutrition backbone to my practice is really what I'm proud of because it has made me somewhat unique as an endocrinologist, and I've been able to leverage that to help train other endocrinologists in nutritional medicine. I suppose if I have to find sort of the zenith in my career, it would be becoming president of American Association of Clinical Endocrinologists, the American College of Endocrinology. But even in those roles, I was able to bring to endocrinologists this idea of nutrition. And clearly at the time, it was an inflection point where we were learning all about the obesity epidemic and the spectrum of diseases that includes type 2 diabetes, where nutrition and lifestyle play a central role.
Great. How did mentorship play a role in your career?
Well, I'm a big believer in mentorship, going all the way back to when I was an undergraduate at University of Maryland, through medical school, residency, fellowship, and even embarking on my career as an attending at Mount Sinai. Mentorship probably correlates with success in virtually every aspect of medicine. Mentorship can be found in individual people who take a liking to you and have a vested interest, but it can also be an organizational mentorship. And I've been involved in many different organizations, and no doubt ASPEN has played a fundamental role in mentoring my own nutrition education, my nutritional medicine career, and even up to now.
Great. Mentorship is very important. What do you see as the future of nutrition?
I've given a lot of thought to this, and most of what I've been working on now in lifestyle medicine and dysglycemia and adiposity all relates to the notion of chronic disease. I think that those that are involved in nutritional medicine and want to consider expanding their role in nutritional medicine ought to consider nutritional medicine within the context of individual chronic diseases rather than this generic concept of nutrition, where frankly many stakeholders in the healthcare arena really don't understand what that means. They don't understand who are the professionals, who are the people, who are the services, what are the service lines for nutrition. But if it can be with a context, a very clear context, rooted in a specific chronic disease like cardiovascular disease, cancer, type 2 diabetes, obesity, a neurodegenerative disease, etc., then this whole concept of nutrition has a lot more weight. And also there can be a lot more tangible research programs, educational programs, and clinical practice protocols that can emanate from this.
That's great. Sounds like we've got a lot of work ahead of us. Well, I'd like to thank Dr. Mechanick for joining us today. I'd also like to thank ASPEN for their partnership in this forum. Have a great day and see you next month.
Thank